The flooding in BALING, KEDAH in July and August caused by the phenomenon of remarkable geological processes, which is a widespread simultaneous landslide in the Garden Hill. On July 4, two villages in BALING were hit by flash flooding due to the 3 hours of heavy rain. This flood left 3 people dead and affected 1490 lives out of 112 family head. Kampung Imboy and Kampung Tanjung Ras in Mukim Kupang are among the worst affected areas. This is my issue that I want to tell you about the flooding happened in BALING, KEDAH. Before we go too far, my name is WANNEE, anak perempuan ENOM. Climate change is a real undeniable threat to our entire civilization. The effects are really visible and will be catastrophic unless we act now through education and innovation to our climate commitment. We can make the necessary change to protect the planet. Here is the problem that I want to identify that's because of flooding happen. First, prolonged rainfall. Second, heavy rainfall. Third, improper waste disposal. And fourth, deforestation. For the prolonged rainfall, when rains falls for a prolonged period, the soil can become saturated. When water is unable to infiltrate into the saturated soil, it is forced to flow over the soil, thus increasing surface runoff. Rivers that are unable to accommodate excess rainwater overflow their banks onto neighboring floodplains. For the heavy rainfall, when rain falls heavily, the raindrops hit the ground with a force. This can cause the raindrops to bounce off the soil instead of infiltrating into the soil. The water from the rain is then forced to flow over the surface instead, thus increasing the surface runoff. For improper waste disposal, oftentimes the garbage that is not properly disposed of enters drainage system and clogs drains. This obstructs the free flow of the water that enters these drains, causing water to back up during rainfall, flooding the surrounding area. A buildup of garbage can also obstruct the natural flow of water in rivers and streams. For deforestation, the increase in illegal deforestation is worrying because it will result in major floods hitting not only the village areas but also the city. The lack of vegetation encourages water to flow over the surface rather than infiltrate into the soil, thus increasing surface runoff. As an outcome, the solution is divided into two categories: engineering and non-engineering. So let's start with engineering solutions. There are three options: flood control dams, canalization and related works, and flood attenuation storage ponds. For engineering solutions 1. Flood control dams. These dams are constructed to retain flood water to protect areas downstream of the dams. Construction of storage dams solely for flood control purposes is generally economically not viable, and such dams are frequently utilized for other purposes, such as water supply. In addition, dams constructed for hydroelectric purposes also have a portion of their capacity allocated for flood detention. For engineering solution 2, canalizations and related works. Canalization works include the widening and deepening of channels as well as lining the banks and beds of the channels. They also include the replacement of undersized structures such as bridges. These works are necessary as the original channels have become undersized because of the increase in flood flows caused by the development. For engineering solution 3, which is storage ponds and flood attenuation. Ponds such as disused mining pools can be used for flood storage. The objective is to divert the flood water through such ponds and thus regulate the outflow so that the flood peaks are attenuated. This strategy has been used in the case of Batu or Jinjang Pan project in Kuala Lumpur, where excess floodwater is diverted from Sungai Gombak to Batu Pan for temporary storage and from Sungai Keruk to Jinjang Pan. Water in the pan will be released slowly back to the river after the flood flow has subsided. For non-engineering solution, we have tools, speed information and campaign, less paper, save forests. First, speed information with educate others. Still, many are entirely unaware of the global warming problem that we are facing. Educate your friends, family and community by sharing the deforestation facts, climate change and effect to the flooding cases in this country. Okay, next, campaign Less Paper Save Forests. Less paper save forests in foreign is one of the important aspects that contribute to flooding cases in Kedah. We have to minimize our daily consumption of paper, include printing paper, notebook, napkin, toilet paper and so on. Try to reduce consumption, reduce the waste of paper and choose recycled paper product. Last but not least, we can see every year floods cause immense damage in developing countries, and a huge proportion of such destruction is associated with a lack of knowledge, resources, and coping mechanism. Therefore, it is essential to develop a program that should start with a campaign aiming to build a community to understand their vulnerabilities, strategies, activities, and the role they could play in managing flood risk without relying on external entities.